Hello. Gotta feel it out a little bit. Get to know how the cello's feeling. Do you guys hear everything all right? How about this? Yeah. Okay. Sorry for any of you that thought it was going to be a totally acoustic concert, but this is because the traffic is kind of loud over there, so we're just reinforcing the sound to help create what has been existing for centuries, which is the outpouring of an instrument into people's ears. But now that these modern machines are muscling us up on the side if maybe can't quite hear it, we're taking the same technologies. This is made by Honda. And fighting them back while still keeping a old school vibe. I have freedom of mobility, which is why you see this silly jicky item upon my face. So, as you can see here, maybe it looks like I'm just crashing into the stage all of a sudden and it's all just coming together real quick. I was trying to make a set list, but realized I probably don't have time to do that or the powers of concentration to finish it. So what I'm going to do is just take you on a wild journey and myself at the same time because you have invested in my person, and for that I am eternally grateful. And hopefully you will like these cello jams. Looks like we're about ready to go here. I'm going to start with the sublime and then take you to the ridiculous. And I understand that it's maybe hard to take a guy seriously that's dressed in a pink fluff suit. But this is the modern world, and our main cry of these times is that it's all right to have a bit of fun. Okay? So this is the piece that this is like a suite. It's got a few movements, so maybe don't give each movement a full applause, but maybe a stilted and interrupted applause. Okay? This is the suite for the open-tuned cello. second movement, you pluck it. This is the third movement. We have to get a little bit dirty. Yes. Okay, the next movement gets kind of Arabian. I am half Indian. Her sister-in-law, ex-sister-in-law, sisters-in-law are always sisters-in-law now, is from India. That's my mom. So somewhere in between India and Los Angeles lies the heart of this piece. And I'm going to play it a little fast because we need to start getting excited about now. And you'll notice there's a lot of music coming out, but it's always going like this. Why is that? Does the earth ever stop spinning? Thank you. Now, some of you may know me by name or by former bands I was in, but I'm going to tell you all my real title. Does anybody know what that is? Thank you. It's the Prince of Jick. There we go. Just like that. Let's put it on the chair. And that chair is pretty much history now. I'm sorry, I got really too hot to keep wearing that business. I might appear as a buffoon, but that's cool. I just was at Pickathon. You guys heard of Pickathon there? And I got to play the jester in a Shakespeare play. And so every time Malvolio walked in, I played an evil chord. This will be the last time I tune. How cool. Okay, now I'm free. Actually, the chair is history. I mean, I'd kick it over like Jerry Lee Lewis, but I don't want to mess up my brand new coat. Okay. All right, now begins the wild part of the show a little bit. Man, I got so many songs, I don't know what to do sometimes. Like, if you had to play for a couple hours for a bunch of people that you've mostly never met, and some that you had and were very close, and old friends and relatives, and you had 1,200 songs to choose from, what would you do? You're not going to even make it through 200. So I'm just attempting to give you a cross-section of the Prince of Jick and what that is all about. And apparently it's about some funk. This is called C-Funk. Some good ideas here. What was at least my start? Oh yeah. Okay, cool. Is it sounding like a cello at all? Yeah. Are we disappointing anybody? Slightly? Okay. Well, now, you know my Uncle Usby. He gets very sad if there's any amplification because he's a purist. So fortunately, you guys are just, but I love that guy. He's so rad. He's like, hello, this is Usby. What you're doing? This is a jig, Romanian style jig, and I'll execute this on my jig platform here.
You put that in just for the jig.
Yeah, this is called the Serba del Jig. Wait, okay, how about I try and play it while spinning? Because it is a kind of spinny kind of vibe, right? Right? Yeah, slow it down a little bit, is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay. One foot. Thanks a lot. So that's just to demonstrate my general knowledge of the cello and vibes so that you can trust me. And now I can take you to some more wild and weird zones. And like I said, this is going to be totally random because I got all these songs. I have some of them written down. I don't even know what I'm going to play, except that we're going to just try to have a fun time together, okay? And there's certain songs about people doing things that I like to write. And this one's called Harry Walked Into the Pantry. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, the idea is like total immersion. Like, he just loves the pantry. That he could climb a mountain and sail to different countries, and the whole time he's just like, oh, the pantry, oh, the pantry, oh, the pantry, get me back there, like, right away, kind of vibes. You'll see what I'm talking about. Turn up the bass for this one, it's like a reggae number. Maybe just a little bit of vibes. Yeah, yeah, Harry walked into the pantry. Ooh, yeah, yeah, Harry walked in the pantry. Yeah, yeah, Harry walked into the pantry. Ooh, yeah, yeah, Harry walked in the pantry. Then one night he climbed the mountain. The moon was bright, but the air was cold. Then he thought, oh no, the pantry. And he went down, he went down, he went down. Yeah, yeah, Harry walked into the pantry. Ooh, yeah, yeah, Harry walked in the pantry. Yeah, yeah, Harry walked into the pantry. Ooh, yeah, yeah, Harry walked in the pantry. Then one day he left the country. He sailed a ship to a distant shore. Then he remembered the pantry.
and he went down, he went down, he went down. Yeah, yeah, Harry walked into the pantry. Ooh, yeah, yeah, Harry walked into the pantry. Come on, what's the one thing to do? Well, yeah, yeah, Harry walked into the pantry. Ooh, yeah, yeah, Harry walked in the pantry. And he walked into the pantry. Yeah, 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 Harry walked into the pantry. It's alright to get a little bit bluesy, cause he walked into the pantry. Walked into the pantry, and he walked into the pantry. Walked right in and he walked right out. Walked right in again. He walked right in and he walked right out. He walked right in again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Harry walked into the pantry. We need a motivational song. Because, you know, as a performer, if I'm just being real with you, like, doubt can creep in. What are all these people thinking? And do they like my pants? Or am I being too stupid for them? Do they wish that they were seeing Yo-Yo Ma or Mstislav Rostropovich? Or maybe they wish they were seeing old Beebs up there. Or something more modern. But hey, this is pretty much as modern as it gets. Will you agree at least with that? I mean, this isn't 1973 over here. This is contemporary music, ladies and gentlemen. You are with the times, ahead of the curve, and you should get extra credit for being here. I was feeling pretty good, feeling pretty good, feeling pretty good. Oh yeah, what was I gonna play? Oh yeah, a motivational song. I'm not stopping even at the fence. I'm not stopping at the 10-foot fence. I'm not stopping even at the fence. I'm not stopping at the 10-foot fence. I'm not stopping even at the fence. I'm not stopping at the 10-foot fence. I'm not stopping even at the fence. I'm not stopping at the 10-foot fence. I'm not stopping at the fence. I'm not stopping at the fence. At the fence. I'm not stopping even at the fence. I'm not stopping at the 10-foot fence. Wow! I'm not stopping even at the fence. I'm not stopping at the 10-foot fence. I'm not stopping even at the fence. I'm not stopping at the 10-foot fence. I'm not stopping even at the fence. I'm not stopping at the 10-foot fence. I'm not stopping at the fence. I'm not stopping at the fence. At the fence. At the fence. I stopped at the 11-foot fence. Hey.
I have a quick announcement. The owner of a lovely white Subaru, license plate number 794 ERN, you win a trip to your car. Please move your car just a little bit. Because it's right over there. And the owner of the house says it's blocking his driveway a little bit. So, whoever's got this.
That would be me.
You win!
Sweet. Okay. Now it's time for me to play a little fiddly number. This is called Pipeson's Reel. It's like a bagpipes kind of thing, but not really. Should sit down for this one.
Interrupting radio signals. That's that kind of business. Let's see, what else floats in from left field? Oh yeah, back in 2002, I started understanding that I was a medium to channel Sneth languages, and then this kind of jam came out. Well, if you want to quarrel, you can arble on my quarrel while I sit beneath the brumbles of Ramuncuna. And if you want to quarrel, you can arble on my quarrel while I sit beneath the brumbles of Ramuncuna. Yeah, if you want to quarrel, you can arble on my quarrel while I sit beneath the brumbles of Ramuncuna. How ironic. If you want to quarrel, you can arble on my quarrel while I sit beneath the brumbles of Ramuncuna. Thank you. Some of these are short pieces. Oh yeah, yes, it's time for a poem. You all good with that? Yes? Will you please hold, sir, just like that? Thank you. This is a very fresh one, and I'm setting it to music right now. I come lump a bee, squink a G squonk, narped on the nape of the nipple bombs now. 1 time, 2 times enough for the steez. If a please knocks gibber-ounce spotch of Galeese. Thermidor, Brumpalore, Mortgage on's milk. Never thought the nump cat was born of the silk. But the man's cacta clan muffled up the merc of Gesnerk. Was it really worth the trouble? Double over, underback, spatula, smack, collect. And how the thunderbuddle feebres up and back your neck. Do you wash in the tub or give your buddy a scrub? Or is it only in the dirt that you jip the jub? A hub-nubby and a blub-scubby and a joke jack, quake, squack. Never looking back, 'cause it's time to take a ride on the side of the triple-wide Dober-Arc Galaxy sack. Snipping up knees, borked on the please. Scramp, scramp, scapulamp, scummer, arc skis. No time to die up, dry up, withering a flower death, rose breast, doors, dwocks, dweeze. Num, nuppy, narpy, narp, nuppy, nup, nays. Fuff, uffer, uff, you luff, upper, fuff, phase. Faux, gibbon, umberbunt, nubulant, thanase. Jibbled up a haxulon, uffer, munch, glaze. 8 times goat head, malamute, blocks. Fight for it, bumbuloid, unt, cows, fox. No, it's not yours, no, you can't pet. Get away, giculoid, guffs, muffs, Ned. You just a coomer cat, cupping up blounks. You might as well offer up chicks for the town. Hold fast to the noon task, but mask face to the wind of Gleamage. Well, so sparks, beanage, you estulated greenage, your finger box, tribal harks, clear, gleepage. You don't know, and neither do I. That's why we're lost in the middle of the sky. 'Cause you heard about up, you know about down. You're pretty good at circling around
spatulas, rocket ships, clowns. But have you ever heard of besnerd or besnound? I didn't think so. I didn't think so much. Nippy, nippy, nupper, munt, nax, notch, nuts. I didn't think so. I didn't think so much. Nippy, nippy, nupper, munt, nax, notch, nuts. Here we're stuck in between cubes and boobs, but over there, I swear, I met Mr. McFoo. Mr. McFoo, Mr. McFoo, tell me about the fourth dimension. Mr. McFoo, Mr. McFoo, tell me about the number cat's day on the green. Well, Mr. McFoo, Mr. McFoo, tell me about the fourth dimension. Mr. McFoo, Mr. McFoo, tell me about the number cat's day on the green. It's going to spiral out of control real quick. Thanks, Leah. Ladies and gentlemen, a warning. When you turn on the faucet of inspiration, the faucet doesn't know how to filter out the one from the other. It all comes out. You know what happened? It was when I was about 9 or 10. Do you know those little finger puppets? Those like goblins. You know what I'm saying? Little guys that wiggle extra much when you wiggle. Huh? I maybe was, in the habit of playing with some of them. And I had a dream where, those square attic doors in the ceiling? Here I was, 9 years old, okay? Just innocent. There opens the door, and out comes like 100 of those things, but giant, just like black and white, like so scary, but they weren't hurting me, but it was just like the most terrifying nightmare I've ever had. But it was also like deliciously pleasurable, somehow. I'm not saying it was a wet dream, but I'm just saying that it was like something happened to me that day, and that I've never been the same since. And it marked the beginning of my transition from a nice cello player to whatever prince of chick bastardry is standing in front of you now. Do you understand what I'm saying? Maybe I'll play a cello song to just cool everybody off for a second, because I think we're getting a little carried away here. Do I have one? Yes, it's called Through the Hills.
Sorry. Now, I was gonna play the guitar for you. Does anyone have a pick? Oh, there's the guitar. Oh. Yeah, bring me that one. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna just mute this guy. Just a quick transition. Yeah, I'm just gonna play the guitar real quick. This is a song I wrote called Fire Heaven. Might as well play another guitar song so I don't have to make an awkward transition again. This one's called Soap Dance. Now, very quickly, we will return to the cello. Are you guys having fun yet? A little bit? Yeah. A lot. Okay, we got to get real here real quick. Yes, very nice. And this one shall go back to the back of the spec. Chirp-chong. Whoa, okay. Oh, there we go. Is that about how it was? Ken?
Sounds good.
All right, it's time to really tell you something now. Oh, that's the wrong bow. That's right. Okay, raise your hand if you think I'm weird. Let's just do an exercise. Raise your hand if you're cool with that. All right. Okay. Not that you guys would object right now, for fear of. Oh. Oops. Hey. Oh, I know what happened. Wait. Wait, what happened? Piezo. There we go. Just treble, just this pace. Maybe this. With this. Maybe a little bit with that. Maybe there we go. All right, this is a song about a young kicker in the NLF, National League of Fear, who learns to identify doubt as a purple football and punt it away, okay? National League of Fear. You know what that's about. Well, I'm just a young kicker in the NLF, the National League of Fear. Learning to identify the purple ball of doubt and punt it away from here. Over the mountains, out into orbit, over the moon. Well, they say that it takes a lot of practice, man, to even just find the ball. Because it creeps up slow in the purple field. You don't even notice till you fall into the darkness, into the fire, straight into hell. And then you gotta kick from hell, which doesn't usually go so well. You gotta climb back out of a giant pit of doubt again, and that sucks. Well, now we're having fun, yeah. Well, so then you get better at hunting down the ball. It's time to work on your kick. But it's an evil thing with some powerful wings. It's a nasty little piece of chick, making you fall down, making you strike out, making you fail. What? So people force me check. Distraction. So you kicked it far, but not far enough. And your mind got better, but the ball got tough. So you bought some new shoes from the victory school. It's time to put a hurtin' on that purple fool. Well, then you start to dominate the NLF, and everyone knows your name. Best foot in the business, kicker of the month, the best who ever played the game. Act like a champion, walk into victory, fly to the stars, yeah, 'cause victory is yours. You won the fear ball game. And then you feel so happy that you do a little dance. But speaking of cats and cat languages, some of you, I've been all around doing all kinds of stuff. I don't know what you all know, but just in case you don't know, this is how they sing in the future, and it's very surprisingly cat-like, very dangerous. Well, you was aiming for the table, but you landed on your floor, and you don't know what you get into anymore. And you looking for the window, but you touch it on your down, and you don't know what you get into anymore. Now, bear in mind, this isn't me. This is me transmitting to you from the future the popular style of singing. Understand? Let's try that again, now that you know.
Well, you was aiming for your table, but you landing on your floor, and you don't know what you get into anymore. And you're looking for the window, but you touch it on your door, and you don't know what you get into anymore. Well, you might as well just go back to your mommy cat now. Meow, meow. You might as well just go back to your mommy cat now. Yeah, when you were aiming for your table, but you landing on your floor, and you don't know what you get into anymore. When you're looking for the window, but you touch it on your floor, and you don't know what you get into anymore. Well, you might as well just go back to your mommy cat now. Now, now. You might as well just go back to your mommy cat now. Yeah, you were aiming for your table, but you landed on your door, and you don't know what you get into anymore. And you're looking for the window, but you touch it on the floor, and you don't know what you get into anymore. Well, you might as well just go back to your mommy cat now. Now, now. Well, you might as well just go back to your mommy cat now. Yeah, well, yeah, the month when you tell me it's just on me, yeah, we just move it, you move it, you move it, you travel, me tell you travel, me don't move it, you travel, me don't move it, me don't move it, me don't move it, me don't move it. Get carried away sometimes, so to make up for it, I'll show you that I can also just sing you a straight song. My heart goes a beep, beep, beep when I listen to your message on my cell phone, and I can't get no sleep, sleep, sleep until I see the missed call from you. My heart won't ever sing till I listen to your message on my cell phone, and I'm no good for anything until I see the missed call from you. But you can text me, pretty baby, tell me what's been on your mind. I wanna know if you still miss me. So just to type me some lines that remind me of time, so I can remember how it felt back then. So I can remember how it felt back then, baby. My heart goes a beep, beep, beep when I listen to your message on my cell phone, and I can't get no sleep, sleep, sleep until I see the missed call from you. Thank you. Man, it's getting dark out here. Can you still see me?
We're working on that.
Oh, you're working on it? Okay. Very nice. This is the cello. Its name is Anthrogophanes. She is named after the popular song from the land of Sneth called Anthrogophanes, which goes. Anthrogophanes is riding on the wind like a pig in the night from Alberta. She glides above the coastline, high above the trees, like a pig in the night from the rain. You guys have all heard that one, right? Thank you. Yes, we do waltzes around here. Maybe I should be looking at my brain and not in the book to see what song. Oh yeah, okay. So there's this song called The Clover Show. It's one of my hits, yeah. Classic in the land of Snap. We need to turn down the treble. Treble sometimes is like trouble. Okay, stay on the stage, Eggleston. You don't know what it's like living with a cat war inside your head. Do you? A cat war. Cat war. Warring cats. I think I'd like to go back to the Clover Show, where every spinning thing is bending and grinning into the place, where the yellow light is bouncing into white, and only over lonely ogres are getting into the race. Would you like to view the fortress under you, where all the wooden planks are thanking and banking into the night, where the mail is fast when on the bastard mass, another fumble, greedy tumbleweed stumbles it out of sight. tumbling in the rumbling land of step. Bump, 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 ooh, ow, ow. I fell into an area without my knowing how. So why try to flee death when you could be a tumbling in the rumbling land of snap? Applause. I think a pig or three is coming after me with purple polka dotted bottles of Maldeman's only drink, selling for a price. I thought the price was nice, so I bought a better for batters who never blink. Could you reach above into the handless love where every finger leads to singers performing inside the bath, where the mask is worn and every shouting horn, but still they travel in the gravel and rabble and all the map. Oh, so bouncy. Bouncy like a duvet. Bump, bump, ooh, ow. Fell into an area without my knowing how. Why try to flee death when you could be a tumbling in there, rambling land of death? Bump, bump, ooh, ow. I fell into an area without my knowing how. So why try to flee death when you could be a tumbling in the rumbling land of snare? Applause, yay! All right. Now see, I can't take a solo because I'm only one instrument. So if I took a cello solo, the beat would fall apart. And then your hearts would break. And then you'd want your money back. I'll try it though. I'll try it with my mouth. Fipping a bibbo, yeah. I want to glump and glide inside the barks at night and see the slarpy slip surfing sneak into the sink. With the bunks and board, they found a hide from Thor. They tend to tumble into tongue when his tongue doesn't like the thing. Over waterfalls and through the flooded halls, we heard the bungo boat of banthers bouncing into the beat. On the turquoise land, we met the talking hands. They tried to tell us about the troubles on Trambles of Gloney Street. They tried to tell us about the troubles on Trambles of Gloney Street. They tried to tell us about the troubles on Trambles of Gloney Street. You see what I'm saying? Okay, check it out. Mr. Eggleston right here had to make a drive from Oakland to Portland a couple days ago at like 3 in the morning, just because I was supposed to get a night's sleep, and then I started hanging out with some people, and then I didn't feel like sleeping anymore, and I was like, I'm just gonna roll a couple joints and drink a couple Red Bulls and get on the road and just drive all the way. Like 3 in the morning. And so that's what I did. And that's a true story. But on the way up here, like, how are you going to entertain yourself for that long, especially when you don't have any music to listen to because you don't have like a new car called Honda Arcathese, which is a wonderful white horse of victory. But on the other hand, it does not play a CD. It does not play a tape. It only plays the radio, and not satellite radio, but just like, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Baby, you're a firework! You know what I mean? And then what else? Like what's another one of those ones? Wait. Tonight we are young. This is the world on fire. Taking you out here in the sun. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't happen to be in that fruity of a mood all the time, then you got to entertain yourself. And maybe as a close second, I mean,
I tend to write songs that are very similar to that kind of style, and this is one of them. I entertained myself. I got this reel going. It was pretty cool, and it was just my steering wheel. I think I should invite you guys to maybe warm up your lungs, because the party only begins when you guys are singing a little bit. Not that you have to, but just saying. This is a song called Fibbo Bibbo that I made up in the car. And it was like so fun. Like I just got into it. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't know what I mean, but check it out. It goes, Fibbo Bibbo. Fibbo Bibbo. Fibbing a bibbo, fibbing a bibbo. It's like Fibbo Bibbo, Fibbo Bibbo, fibbing a bibbo, fibbing a bibbo, Fibbo Bibbo, fibbing a wait, Fibbo Bibbo, Fibbo Bibbo, fibbing a bibbo, fibbing a bibbo. Can you try much? 2, 3, 4. Fibbo Bibbo, Fibbo Bibbo, fibbing a bibbo, fibbing a bibbo, yeah, and then you make it go yeah. Fibbing a bibbo, yeah, then you catch your breath. Fibbo Bibbo, Fibbo Bibbo, fibbing a bibbo, fibbing a bibbo, Fibbo Bibbo, Fibbo Bibbo, fibbing a bibbo, yeah. Come on. How many times have you got to sing with a sick cello beat? Ready, let's go. 2, 3, 4. And then he made up this part. Yipping a bibbing a bibbing a bibbo, yipping a bibbing a bibbing a bibbo, yipping a bibbing a bibbing a bibbo, yipping a bibbing a bibbing a bib, fibbo bibbo, fibbo bibbo, yipping a bibbo, fibbing a bibbo, fibbo bibbo, fibbo bibbo, yipping a bibbo, yeah. Yipping a bibbing a bibbing a bibbing a bibbing a bibbing a bibbing a bibbo, yipping a bibbing a bibbing a bibbing a bibbing a bibbing a bibbing a bib, yipping a bibbing 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 a bibbo, fibbo bibbo, fibbo bibbo, bibbing a bibbo, bibbing a bibbo, fibbo bibbo, fibbo bibbo, bibbing a bibbo, bibbing a bibbo, fibbo bibbo, fibbo bibbo, bibbing a bibbo, bibbing a bibbo, fibbo bibbo, fibbo bibbo, bibbing a bibbo, yeah, fibbing a bibbo. And then sometimes you find yourself in the state of Oregon under some weird trees singing Fibbo Bibbo. This is real? Question mark? Is this real? We're having a good time. I feel a little weird that you're more lit up than me, but I trust that you can see me in my spink spory. I'm trying to think of a.
I peed on a bird.
Oh yeah, that's right. Do you have your fiddle?
Yeah.
Can you get it real quick?
Sure.
We're gonna have a guest in a second. We're gonna just do something like this. You think that'll be okay, Ken?
Yeah, it would be great.
The kid to put right here? Yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Hey. Hey, 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 hey. What's the matter? What, you're not one to working? Oh, yeah. So, my brother Zerosh got married last August, and which is pretty weird for Eggleston to go through that kind of business. But at one point there was a dog fight, and then it was like it was like Zerosh's dog and my other brother's dog got in this gnarly fight, and the bride, who's a vet, stepped in and got her hand all bloody, and then there was blood all over her dress, and then everyone was like freaking out, and my mom's like, just make everybody feel happy again. And so there was a bunch of Indian relatives there, so I sang this song, and I would like to share that with you now. It's called E Futobunga. Futobunga sitting in the banyan tree, Susu Bati Nanga, even, and now I should say, Susu and Bati and Nanga are 3 words that we learned when we were very little, because my mom, being kind of puritanical, did not want us to know what the word for dick or butt or naked was. Okay? So she teaches us Susu, Bhakti, and Nanga. Okay? And so you imagine you're from India coming to the nice grandson's wedding, you know, very nice. E Futabanga sitting in the banyan tree, banyan tree. Susu Bhakti Nanga, even though the world can see, world can see. E Futabanga sitting in the banyan tree, banyan tree. E Susu Bhakti Nanga, even though the world can see. Ooh. Sitting in the banyan tree, banyan tree. Susu Bhakti Nanga, even though the world can see, world can see. E Futabanga sitting on banyan tree, banyan tree. E Pata Susu Bhakti Nanga, even though the world can see. The world can see me now, hey. E Futabanga sitting in the banyan tree, banyan tree. Susu Bhakti Nanga, even though the world can see. And then I was teaching this class. I was teaching to a class, and there was like an Indian chick in the class, and I was like, I didn't know because I thought she was black. And then I was like, is anyone offended if we sing in an Indian accent? She's like, I'm from India. And then I was like, oh, okay. And then so we sang it like this. We were like, E Futabanga sitting in the banyan tree, banyan tree. A Susu Bhakti Nanga, even though the world can see. Until she warmed up and started laughing, then I gradually twisted it and I was like, E Futabanga sitting in the banyan tree, banyan tree. We got the Susu Bhakti Nanga, even though the world can see. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we welcome to the stage Kianopoulos Delvigio Tarbus.
Yeah!
Can you play it in the key of D? Okay, we're going to teach him a melody. This is a very, very talented young man. His name is Kian Dai.
Yeah. Isn't he part of another kick-ass band?
What band is that?
What band is that, Kian?
I played a band with Buddy Michael here, whose house this is, and Josiah, and we're called Pain, Money, and Die. That's what it is. I know.
That's awesome. Wait. Can you hear him on the thing real quick? If we put it. Can you play the Forked Deer real quick?
Sure.
We're just going to show you how good he is real quick, and then we'll get on with the program. Okay? Before he plays my silly song. Okay? Ready?
Let's see. Yeah.
Right?
1, 2.
Tell him some more about that. Together. Okay, now for some serious business. I must fetch something. Kian, why don't you improvise along to my distant and removed, disembodied personality? Kim som nyari And then the fiddler played a sweet melody. And then he played a fast melody. And then he lost control and he played some horrible sounding music. And then he spun around thrice. And then he got kicked by an invisible giant badger. Do you know the melody?
Yeah.
Hit me anytime. I peed on a bird, I peed on a bird. I stood on the edge of a cliff and I peed on a bird. Hit me up. I peed on a bird, I peed on a bird. I stood on the edge of a cliff and I peed on a bird. Now it's a true story and I'll tell you what happened, okay? Do you guys believe me that it's true? It's very true. I didn't mean for it to happen, but it did nonetheless. It was early in the morning, the sun had just come up. I went out for a walk. I let it fly off the edge of a cliff like great men do. But I noticed that the stream hit a cormorant. I peed on a bird, I peed on a bird. I stood on the edge of a cliff and I peed on a bird. Hit me with that melody now. I peed on a bird, I peed on a bird. Where are the angels? Where are the angels singing? Let's go to them. Yes. The angels. Yes. Very nice. They are celestial beings, so certainly they won't mind if some knave sits upon them. Let's sing
Ready? I peed on a bird. I peed on a bird. I stood on the edge of a cliff and I peed on a bird. Yeah, I peed on a bird. I peed on a bird. I stood on the edge of a cliff and I peed on a bird. I peed on a bird. I peed on a bird. I stood on the edge of a cliff and I peed on a bird. Thank you very much. Thanks. Sorry for the exploitation. Thank you, Kian. Kian will probably be back up later with some other young stars of this generation and the next. I'm going to play one more song and then we're going to take a break. Is that cool, Mike? Mike?
Yes.
It's cool? All right.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yes, but we should probably stop amplification like at 10-ish.
What time is it right now?
In 1 hour from now.
Oh.
So you do the math.
Okay, I'll play a quick song, and then we'll take a little break, like just not a really long break, because I know you guys don't want to sit here all night. But wait, are you having fun? Let me tell you what's to come in the second set, okay? I'm going to tell you. Mr. Eggleston is going to battle the famous Johann Sebastian Bach in a battle, like knockout kind of round situation. I know you don't know how that's going to happen yet, but it is. Anyways, all right, that's a real quick one. Well, back in the note when the fun was on a short, when I grumbled and grumbled on the green, I saw a big stick in a bargainated hit with a windfall flying on a beam. And if it was low with the jumping gave row with a 5-stock bundle in my hand, I'd feed from a steed in the crooked farny weeds back behind the scorching woodland. Woodland tramps, kicking lamps and stamps to saw along the South Park Lane. But over in the wind, something spins and grins again. I saw it just the other day with the three-fork band in the crook and pen. Did you see how the sky went dark when you walked in the sniffle patch hole in the Corthland? Why did I fumble in the dark? Hook-a-miss, I'll be damned if I don't come down. Crinkle-fish, no, do love to fly above the ground. Hook-a-miss, I'll be damned if I don't come down. Crinkle-fish, no, do love to fly above the ground. Rumbling in Shabangani, from Equine, Forbling Grand Shuekuli, on Shurekni Blood. Once there was a man named Tyler. He wore nice white socks. He sat next to my cousin because he thought she was a fox. She won an award in high school in her yearbook, yes she did. Does anyone know what award she won?
Biggest flirt.
Why didn't I get biggest flirt? Could there be more flirty music? Oh yeah, where was I? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, the Tober Sam camp with the guitar stamp, making furry champs jump in the basement. With a bump and a clip, walk a bump in the penguin swamp to the criminal chest. Under a tree with the bundle leaf blubbering me like a broomstock fire. Troubling Z on the XY grudge, it was free, you could normal on the fire. Hee-hi-ho, big by blow, why is a bird in the stamping? I thought you meant rent for the Schumann house bent when you undulated under a Frankie. So family the shoe for Mr. Shoe, flying easy over us to the forest. Cause you trouble any guy flying high in the blocker outside with the formula florist.
Yeah!
Come down. You know what? I could freak out all night, but why don't we just take a break? I'm gonna play something real nice and pretty real quick. This is your break time music. Thank you. I got some CDs of my wild band of Snee, which was from 2006, and my band Tornado Rider, which exists now. So you got a plethora of opportunities back there.